Welcome to Chapter 6. Up to this point in the course, we have focused heavily on forensic dialogue cleaning, environmental restoration, and matching acoustic spaces for film and post-production. But in Chapter 6, we are completely shifting gears into the creative and technical world of music production, sampling, and STEM remediation. We are kicking off Section 6.1 with a massive cornerstone feature, Music Rebalance, which has been completely rebuilt for RX12. Imagine you are working on a remix project, preparing a track for a live mashup, or trying to sample a legacy record, but you don't have access to the original multi-track sessions or stems. Music Rebalance deploys a highly sophisticated, state-of-the-art machine learning algorithm trained to ingest a fully completed, flattened stereo mix and surgically isolate it into 4 core musical pillars: voice, bass, drums, and other. By breaking a mix down into these foundational lanes, RX12 gives you the unprecedented power to pull an a cappella or an instrumental out of a flattened master file, or completely alter the arrangement mix balance after the song has already been bounced. Let's jump into the standalone interface and look at how this neural separation engine behaves. Let's pull open the primary music rebalance panel from our processing column. The interface is cleanly laid out like a dedicated mixing console, presenting 4 individual gain sliders. The voice fader targets lead and background vocals. Bass isolates low-frequency melodic instruments, and drums manages your acoustic or electrical percussion hits. Any musical signal that doesn't clearly match those 3 pillars gets automatically routed to the other fader. This typically captures your entire harmonic mid-range, including guitars, synthesizers, pianos, and horn sections. You can independently boost or cut any of these elements by absolute decibel values, using the dedicated mute and solo buttons next to each slider to instantly audit your separation zones before you render. Directly beneath the faders are your sensitivity sliders. Just like we learned in our previous chapters, raising the sensitivity alters the algorithm's sorting bias, forcing it to be far more attentive to subtle characteristics. Pushing voice sensitivity higher, for example, helps preserve quiet breath sounds and vocal tail delays. But pushing it too high can cause elements of the drum transient track or guitars to accidentally bleed into your vocal stem. Remember our masterclass law of relativity. Sensitivities operate purely in relation to one another. Cranking all 4 sliders to 100% simultaneously will change absolutely nothing, because the algorithm cannot physically pay more attention to every single element at the exact same time. Use them selectively to tilt the sorting balance. Now look at the quality drop-down menu, which exposes 3 distinct separation algorithms. Good is optimized for real-time processing, giving you lightning-fast separation results that are perfect if you need to quickly preview your fader changes. Better steps up the separation quality with only a minor hit to your computer's processing speed. But for our professional music workflows, we want absolute pinnacle fidelity, so we will select Best. The Best algorithm applies highly advanced deep offline calculation modeling and introduces a specialized anti-phasing processing array. This aggressively eliminates those watery, phasey digital artifacts that typically plague cheap stem splitting tools, delivering the absolute cleanest, most pristine musical transients possible at the cost of a slower render time. If you want to bypass the internal volume faders entirely and extract pure raw tracks, you can hit the stem split button in the module footer. But RX12 has given us an even faster, highly optimized workflow built right into the main editor window. Let's close this module panel and move our cursor over to the left-hand side of the screen to open up the stem split pane. Right here is the Music Balance mini module. It strips away the volume mixing faders and the solo buttons, leaving you with just your 4 relative sensitivity sliders and your main quality menu. Let's set our quality to best, leave our sensitivities balanced, and click the Process button, which behaves identically to a master stem split command. Keep this strict rule in mind. Triggering a stem split completely ignores whatever decimal positions your faders were set at in the main module, always extracting your files assuming a raw baseline of 0 decibels. Let's let the engine process our file. Look at the top of our interface canvas. A dedicated stems tab has generated instantly, displaying our music mix separated into 4 entirely distinct standalone audio lanes. We can now solo, process, and export our vocals, bass lines, drum tracks, and instruments as independent files, giving us absolute creative freedom over the previously locked stereo master.